There was another big racial incident, okay? This time it was in Atlanta. Someone painted several racist and offensive slurs on a building at Emory University in Atlanta. I've spoken at Emory before. It's a pretty left-wing place. And at the time, the local news outlet WSB-TV reported that the Emory Autism Center has become the target of several crimes, including burglary and vandalism, including graffiti of racial slurs and swastikas. A police report of the incident showed that vending machines had been vandalized, glass had been shattered. Quote, the area where racial slurs were reportedly written along the walls are near the workspace occupied by 2 African-American women. A swastika was found in a hallway near a Jewish man's office. At the time, the school says the acts of racism and anti-Semitism are painful for all of us at the EAC and in the Emory community. They will not be tolerated, and every effort will be made to bring the perpetrators to justice. When I saw this story, without knowing anything else, but I hadn't seen the picture of the guy who perpetrated it, I looked at that, I said, that's a hoax. That's a hoax. That's not a white supremacist. It's not a neo-Nazi. It's a race hoax being perpetrated by big libs, by left-wingers, very likely by a black guy. You know, I hate to say I told you so, but I was right. 4hims.com is all about men's wellness. Need help with ED, hair loss, have a cold? Interested in mental health or coronavirus home tests? Hims is here for you. Through Hims, you can get the prescription medication that treats ED, real science, real solutions to ED. You get the same active ingredient as that expensive little pill, but without the expensive price tag. This could cost hundreds of dollars if you had to go through a doctor or a pharmacy. Not so with Hims. Hims makes it simple and affordable. Why live with ED when the solution can be so simple? Take control of your wellness. I know that men don't always like to talk about these sorts of things. Well, Hims makes it so simple, easy. Try Hims today by going for a free online visit. Go to 4hims.com/Michael for your free visit. That is 4hims.com/Michael, FORHIMS.com/Michael. Prescription products are subject to medical provider approval and require an online consultation with a medical provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. See website for full details and safety information. That is 4hims.com/Michael. Turns out the perpetrator is black. He's a black guy. I detail a lot of these incidents in my book, Speechless. So many of the the majority of the highest profile racial incidents in recent decades turned out to be hoaxes. The allegedly oppressed people were the ones who set the whole thing up in the first place. Why is that? Well, you can see you see it in the statement given by the school. The acts of racism and anti-Semitism are painful for all of us. Stop it right there. No, they're not. They're pleasurable. These are pleasurable incidents for people who can claim victimhood and therefore social currency, and for the ruling class that seeks to divide us. These racial incidents, these hoaxes, are extremely pleasurable because it advances their political goals. They're painful for the people who are accused of bigotry and racism and whose rights and way of life are being taken away as a result of that, but it's pleasurable for the people who benefit from it. This is why they so often turn out to be hoaxes, because there is a real advantage to being able to claim victimhood. I'm so glad that you liked that clip. That makes me feel really good. You can leave me a comment here on YouTube. You can subscribe on YouTube. But the thing that I would love most is if you would go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, type in The Michael Knowles Show, subscribe, leave a 5-star review. We'll see you next time.